So our next topic is the single cell protein. So, okay, we will study in detail. So this single cell protein means like our conventional agricultural productions of cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruit, okay, etc. may not be able to meet the demand of the food at the rate at which human and animal population is increasing. So we know that nowadays there will be the increase in the populations of human population. So from the first of the class I was talking about that when the number of the populations of the animals will increase, the demand of the food will be increased simultaneously. Okay, so the larger population will need the larger amount of food production. So that food production should be consisting of the all the components of the food. होइन सो कम्पोनेन्ट्स अफ द फुडहरू सबै पुरा हुनु पर्यो all the components that is rich in the food should be enriched with carbohydrates, fats, okay, proteins, minerals, vitamins, raw fish, and also the water content पनि हुनुपर्छ. So यो डिमान्डलाई के गर्नु पर्यो, पुर्याउनु पर्यो. Okay, and the shift from grain to meat diet also creates more demand for cereals, as it takes 3 to 10 kg of a grain to produce 1 kg of meat by animal farming. So the shift that is from grains देखि लिएर those whoever is also like taking up the meat, the production of the meat will be also increasing. Okay, so more than 25% of human population is suffering from hunger and malnutrition. That means in the 7 billion people, so we have already studied that 7 billion मा चाहिँ 3 billion people लाई चाहिँ के भइरहेको छ, उनीहरुकोमा चाहिँ न्युट्रिसन पाएको छैन. Okay, that is the problem they are facing. So some 25% 100% मा चाहिँ हाम्रो वर्ल्डको 25% मान्छे चाहिँ हङ्गर र माल न्युट्रिसन फेस गरिराखेको छ. सो वाट कुड बी द लाइक सल्युसन्स के हुनसक्छ, देयर सुड बी ए सर्टन सल्युसन्स जसको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ फुडको प्रोडक्सन पनि बढ्नु पर्यो, सँगसँगै जुन चाहिँ न्युट्रिसनहरू पनि त्यसमा कम्पोनेन्ट्सहरू पनि एडेड हुनु पर्यो. Okay, to cope up with this situation, one like a method, one process has been one approach has been started, that is the single cell protein. So single cell protein चाहिँ किन start भएको रहेछ, we will study now. Okay, this is one of the alternative sources of protein for animals and human nutrition is single cell protein. यो चाहिँ के हो, ultimate or alternative sources of proteins for animals को लागि अनि human nutrition को लागि. यो चाहिँ कहाँबाट पाउँदो रहेछ भने beneficial microorganism like spirulina. Spirulina is a microorganism, okay, and this microorganism is very rich in protein, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins. That means single spirulina will be consisting of this all type of these components, that is a protein, minerals, fats, carbohydrate and vitamins. So अब के गर्यो, जुन चाहिँ डिमान्ड र निडलाई चाहिँ एउटा सिंगल माइक्रो अर्गानिजमको द्वारा पनि के गर्नु सकिने रहेछ, प्रोभाइड गर्नु सकिने रहेछ. Okay, so where this spirulina will be now grown, you can see this is the spirulina, and this spirulina is also known as blue-green algae and cyanobacteria, which is found in the sea. यो चाहिँ एउटा algae हो, spirulina is a algae, यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले cyanobacterium पनि भनिन्छ. Okay, like this spirulina is grown on materials of wastewater. उसको लागि चाहिँ कस्तो हुनुपर्ने रहेछ, materials wastewater which is coming out from the potato processing plant. Potato processing plants बाट निस्केको water मा पनि we can grow, this spirulina can be grown, such as straw ma pani this can be grown, molasses ma pani this spirulina can be grown, and animal manures and sewage ma pani spirulina grow garnu sakine रहेछ. Now this spirulina will be like will take the nutrition, leftover nutrition whichever will be there in this potato processing plants, the straw, the molasses, animal manuals and sewage ma. So after all, this spirulina will be resulting in the cleaning of this will reduces the environmental pollutions. अब उसले के गर्दियो pollutions यो जति पनि कुराहरुमा pollutions हरु थियो भने त्यो कुरा pollutions लाई पनि हटाउने काम गर्छ. Okay, that is the work done by spirulina. For example, next example, we all have our cows in our homes, right? 250 kg cow period produce 200 gram of protein per day. 250 kg cow ले चाहिँ के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ, now this omit this one. Okay, 250 kg cow will produce says 200 gram of protein. एक दिनमा चाहिँ 250 किलो को जुन चाहिँ काउले चाहिँ 200 ग्राम अफ प्रोटिन चाहिँ पर डे के गर्दैछ प्रोड्युस गर्दैछ सेम पिरियडमा. ओके, अब सेम पिरियडमा के गर्दैछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ नाउ पिरियड अफ 1 डे कै पिरियडमा दिस माइक्रो अर्गानिजम 250 ग्राम of microorganism है, not 250 kg पनि हैन, 250 ग्राम of microorganism like Methylophilus Methylotropus. It is a bacterium, okay, which is producing 25 tons of proteins. You can compare the tons of protein produced by the cow and this beneficial Methylophilus Methylotropus. एक दिनमा 250 kg को काउले चाहिँ 200 ग्राम मात्रै प्रोटिन प्रोड्युस गर्दै थियो भने त्यही सेम पिरियड अफ डे मा चाहिँ 250 ग्राम 250 kg पनि हैन 250 ग्राम को माइक्रो अर्गानिजम लाइक Methylophilus Methylotropus ले चाहिँ 25 tons of protein प्रोड्युस गर्दैछ. The protein produced in these two types of organism is relatively very high in case of the protein produced by Methylophilus Methylotropus ले protein produced गरेकोमा. Okay, you can see that this is the Methylophilus Methylotropus. This is the bacteria. Okay, and this bacterium will, because of its high rate of biomass productions and growth, which will produce ultimately 250 tons of proteins. So we will study one by one about microbes are being grown commercially as a source of single cell protein. अब microorganism को एउटा potential लाई हेरेर चाहिँ अब microorganism लाई चाहिँ commercially grow गर्दैछ अरे. यो microorganism single microorganism ले त it is very time consuming, time कम्ती time मा बेसी production हुँदैछ, plus यसमा के पनि हुँदैछ large amount of nutrient को content पनि very rich in components of food पनि हुँदैछ र यसलाई चाहिँ अब हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ कमर्शियली ग्रो गर्नुपर्छ भनेर चाहिँ this has been started. Okay, first one is the spirulina. We have already studied, we have already discussed. This is a cyanobacterium or a blue-green algae. Okay, and which is very rich in various types of components we have studied earlier. Okay, so next one is the chlorella, and this chlorella is also it is a green algae. Okay, this is a green algae. यसलाई पनि के गर्छ, now this green algae can be utilized as a food supplement. बुझ्यो, यसले के गर्छ food supplement को रूपमा use गर्छ. Okay, next one is the yeast is a Saccharomyces cerevisiae of fungus. This chlorella is a algae and this is a Saccharomyces cerevisiae is a fungus. Okay, and you can see this is a fungus. You can see the picture. Okay, now you can see this is the enlarged picture of the fungus. Okay, yeast where the budding is occurring. Okay, and this is the yeast. I think you all have seen while preparing certain like dishes, momos, typos. Okay, यो बेला हामीले के use गर्छौं, this yeast लाई use गर्छौं, and this yeast is actually a fungus. Okay, and this is a single cell protein producing fungus. Okay, Methylophilus Methylotropus, a bacterium. This we have already discussed. यो पनि के हो, single cell protein containing microorganism हो जसले चाहिँ 25 ग्राम ले चाहिँ 25 tons of protein per day produced गर्नु सक्छ. This is its potential. Okay, and the next one is a Fusarium uh, graminearum. This one is a Fusarium graminearum. Okay, just omit this one. Okay. This is a Fusarium graminearum. It is a fungus. Okay, it is also a single cell producing fungus. You can see in the diagram. This is a Fusarium and a graminearum. So these are the microorganisms. Okay, these are the certain types of microorganisms nowadays which has been grown commercially, and these microorganisms are single celled. Okay, this is a unicellular microorganism, and this microorganism is like growing in a large amount, so that the production of this microorganism will be beneficial for the humankind, so that they will get a the well balanced components of the food, and will also provide the need, also to fulfill the need and demand of the increasing society.